At the KSMO studios here at 1340, good morning to you. It is time for our spotlight on the Salem Memorial District Hospital. Chris Strickland, our COO, is here today with us. And Chris, you're kind of pinch hitting for Julie Malone. She's busy.
Yes, she's seeing patients, which is good. We just had our grand opening Monday.
Very nice crowd.
It was a very nice crowd. It was a lot bigger than I expected. It's great to see that many people out there. It shows the support that we're getting from the community and for the new service line of mammography. It's a big support that we're getting out there, and I'm hoping. I know that once we get this thing rolling, which we're seeing more than what we've seen before in the past whenever it was just Missouri Baptist out here. It's going to save a lot of lives.
And that's kind of what we're here talking about today, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month this month, right?
Yes, it is. October, all the month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you're going to be seeing pink everywhere.
Yes, and you've got some special events planned. Football team, I know, is going to be doing something. The softball girls just held their pink out the other day in honoring those people who have battled cancer, who are battling cancer, and who have survived cancer. So they had a nice tribute to them prior to the game the other day.
Well, good. What we're doing, we're going to be doing a pink out for the homecoming football game on October 12th. We're actually going to be doing a fundraiser it's going to be a 50-50 drawing. 50% goes to the winner and 50% goes to our patient account for women that don't have insurance or have limited funds to be able to receive free or discounted mammograms.
Okay.
And then we'll also be selling pink out t-shirts from SMDH, as well as recognizing some breast cancer survivors during halftime. The football team, Coach Mack and Coach Carr, have agreed to let the football team wear pink socks in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the night before at the volleyball game, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be doing a 50-50, and the volleyball girls will be wearing pink socks as well.
Will those be the same pink shirts that I saw at the hospital for the grand opening?
They will be the same pink shirts. If you get on our Facebook page, you can see what the pink shirts look like. I have a drawing of the stencil that Greg Nash put together for us. We did get the shirts through Key Sports, so I want to make sure I plug Greg Nash.
Ching ching. Yeah.
Ching ching. There you go. He's done a lot of stuff for us, and he's discounted those shirts to where we can make some money off of it to put towards the patient account. So
very good, very good. Well, first off, let's just kind of start talking about some numbers. I know one time we started talking about why the mammography unit was so important in Denton County, because there's quite a few women who have lived here all their lives that have never had a mammogram or never even been exposed to a mammography unit. And Chris, that's something that's just unacceptable, and I know you had made mention of that. But also, the statistics bear it out. If you get early detection, look who's just joining us.
Oh, Julie is here.
Yeah.
Julie is here.
With early detection, I'll get you a chair in just a minute. All right, early detection
we'll share a mic.
Saves lives. No, I got it. We're good.
All right. Yeah, the key to this, the key to breast cancer prevention and survival is early detection. More than 90% of women diagnosed with breast cancer at the earliest stage survive their disease for at least 5 years, compared to around 15% for women diagnosed with the most advanced stage of the disease. So the key to survival for breast cancer is early detection, and the only way you're going to get early detection is doing your physical exams yourself, and then if you do find something, having it going to get a mammogram and having your annual mammograms done regularly to make sure that and try not to miss one. That way you can make sure that you get anything that shows up.
Right.
It is recommended for women over 40 to start their annual mammograms, and if you're a woman with high risk or genetically susceptible, it's recommended to start as early as age of 30.
Very good. I do know that I just saw about this, I think it was Sunday actually, where Serena Williams is promoting a self-examination video. I think she put a video together. It's going to be on YouTube, where she actually instructs people on how to do a self-examination. I think and you have to be realistic about it. It can be a life-saving event just by detecting early. And we have Julie with us. She has snuck in. Hi,
Hello.
Julie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, very good. So it is not that true. Self-examination really is kind of key to get yourself jump-started.
It is. It's important because you have the younger women, under the age of 35 who are not getting their annual mammograms. Even though the risk is low, it still can happen. So those physical exams, they're very important. It's also important to have your physician do an annual exam on you as well. And then also there's that slight chance. I mean, mammos are number one tool, but there are those situations where we don't detect it on mammo. So about 2 to 3% of breast cancers aren't detected. So the physical exams, those are just as important, yes.
Very good. And now, is there some special instruction that a woman needs to know about how to examine herself? Is that something that can be instructed by a physician or maybe even by yourself when they come for a mammogram?
Myself, I actually have some little pamphlets when they come in for their mammogram that I can hand out that will tell you how. There's different ways a good time to do it is in the shower. Do it on your birthday. The first day of the month.
On your birthday? Wow. I didn't get that memo.
Sorry. Only on your birthday shower. Yeah. That way it triggers you, reminds you to check yourself every month. But yeah, in the shower is a good time. You can go clockwise, counterclockwise. It's also good to do it upright and laying down as well because things can feel different in different positions.
Yeah, very good, very good. One of the things that with the grand opening of the mammography unit at the hospital, first off, congratulations on all the great work that you have done in getting us to that point, and you too, Chris. I wanted to thank you.
It's mostly Julie. I have to brag on her. I brag on her constantly. If it
I know
wasn't
it's
for
mostly
her,
Julie, but I wanted to give you a little credit.
He's worked hard too.
I mean, you're the one that has to be the drive behind the mission. But
he keeps cracking the whip.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know.
But one of the neat things is with this type of mammography machine, a 3D machine, the hospital is jumping hoops and bounds in providing a great service that they never had available before. Is not that correct?
Well, we did have it available before. It was through Missouri Baptist.
I mean, on
we
a
had
permanent basis.
On a permanent basis. They were coming in once a month and typically would see between, I think a typical day for them is around 15 average. I mean, sometimes they'd see more, sometimes they'd see less. But now that we have something more permanent, within the past 2 months, we've seen right at 100 patients.
We did 50 in August and 50 in September.
So we went from seeing 15 patients a month to 50 patients a month, which is huge.
Now in August, though, but you were going through your preliminaries, right? Making sure everything is working properly and doing all the diagnostics, et cetera. So, but now you're in full-blown, everything's approved, everything's good to go, right?
We're still waiting to hear back on the accreditation. That can take quite a while, but yeah. I mean, as far as scheduling patients and doing them, we're ready to go. Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, Chris, you were going over some numbers, and I think people do need to hear some of those numbers. Even if, people need to understand we're a small county. But when you say 60% of a small county, if you've got 15,000 people, 60%, wow. You're talking 8,000 people that have never had a mammogram. Now, obviously, you take the male population out of that, and you got 4,000. That's still a lot of people.
Yeah, it's right at 4,000 people has never received a mammogram.
Yeah, I mean, that is almost, I guess, being from the city or knowing a lot of people that live in the city, that's almost unheard of. You would think that by now.
Well, you got to think about it this way, too. 4,000 people that haven't received a mammogram, and 1 in 8 get breast cancer. So that's a significant number here that are
like 500
at extreme risk for breast cancer that aren't receiving a mammogram.
Unfortunately, just being female is a good enough reason to do your annual screenings. 75 to 80% of women diagnosed do not have a family history. So
and it can occur at any time. You can do your self-examination, and then 2 months later, when you go get a mammogram, you may say, oh, yeah, I'm good. I felt good about that. And they say, you know what? We've detected something. Sometimes you want to get it at that stage because it hasn't really taken off and exploded yet, and that's really the best time to catch it.
Right. That's the whole point. The screenings, we can detect it very early. So it's probably, if we're catching it early, you're probably not going to be able to feel it. We want to catch it before you feel it.
Right.
So.
And the 3D machine works well with all types of breasts. Some women who had very massive breasts, it just wasn't as effective as it was for others. With a 3D machine, that has helped that, hasn't it?
Yes, it has a higher detection rate of about 40%. the 3D. It's gives us anywhere. It depends on how thick the breast is, but we're getting like close to 300 images with the 3D versus
Wow.
4 images with the 2D. So it's a lot.
Huge
little
difference.
little bit
A lot more
detail.
information. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Very good. Okay. Very good.
Well,
Now,
one thing that I would like to bring up is costs. Is that
Sure.
cancer is expensive. Breast cancer particularly is expensive, and just doing your annual screening and doing your self exams can help you save a lot of money. For instance, the average cost of treatment for a mastectomy, $15,000 to $50,000. A lumpectomy with radiation is $17,000 to $35,000. Chemotherapy is $10,000 to $100,000 or more. Breast reconstruction is $5,000 to $50,000 per breast, depending on technique. So the overall cost can reach as high as $100,000 to $300,000 plus dollars. And insurance is going to cover part of that. If you don't have insurance, it doesn't cover any of it. And when your annual mammogram costs are $150 a year, and if you can't afford the $150, we can help you out there too.
Right.
So there's no reason, absolute no reason, that you shouldn't be able to get your mammogram, do your self screening, and save yourself $300,000+ and your life.
And I think it's pretty safe to say if you have insurance, they cover your mammogram 100%. Most wellness screening type tests they cover.
I mean, these are all valid, very valid points to do it. And the hospital, as you mentioned, now has the help. Part of the donation of the mammography machine and unit was to provide these services to women who did not have insurance or underinsured. Correct?
Yes, the D. Dominicos, they gave additional
You've done
funds.
very good with that, man.
I've learned
You
that.
really have.
Julia Mosier is proud of me. I can tell you that. They have donated an extra funds to go towards patient accounts, and so Julie is coming up with ways to raise more funds to go into the patient accounts, and we're also working with our grant writer to go after grants to get some significant funds to go towards patient accounts, because if you want a mammogram, we want you to be able to get a mammogram, and we have financial aid available as well. So the hospital has the ability to write it off if you qualify. So there's like I said, there's absolutely no reason that you shouldn't get a mammogram and save your life.
And you're going to be raising money through your T-shirt sales.
And we'll be raising money through T-shirt sales and the 50/50 and
Yeah.
everything else.
So a lot of different ways to try and help those patient accounts and paying for these mammograms.
And that's the reason we need everyone to come out to the homecoming game, is that we need to support our hometown boys and the volleyball girls and everything, and support our kids and their sports. And I love to see big crowds out there. It's always heartwarming whenever you go out there and you see a big crowd. We sit on the sidelines for the sports medicine program on the opposite side. And
you get to see all the crowd.
I get to see all the crowd, and when it's a big crowd, it's we live in a very blessed town to where we have support like that. And I'm hoping that with a big crowd with homecoming, that we can raise a good portion of money to go towards these patient accounts, and hey, half of it could be yours to take home too. So
wouldn't it be nice to look at the bleachers and see it all pink?
that would be great.
Yes.
That would be
You
great.
know, wouldn't that be neat?
And we're selling those pink out T-shirts. If you want to get a hold of Julie, you can call her and we'll get you an order. Or we're going to be selling some out at the game too, so you can get a pink out T-shirt there as well, or bring your own pink T-shirt if you want to wear your own pink T-shirt to bring awareness. Great.
Sure.
We'd love to have you out there.
So are you selling them at the hospital?
Yes. I will be taking orders till tomorrow afternoon at 1:00. And of course, like I said, we're going to be selling them at the game too. So if you don't get your order in, we'll have them there available
good.
too.
And they're only what, $10?
$10.
$10. So we're not making a killing off of them, but like I said, Greg with Key Sports has given us a good price to where we can make a few bucks off each T-shirt, and so we've made a pretty significant amount to go
Done
towards
pretty well
patient.
so far.
10 bucks
patient
is a
accounts.
very affordable price for a nice T-shirt and for a worthy cause.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, that's a very small contribution to help somebody save a life. Extremely.
This is our
small.
first year, hopefully it grows each year, but if anybody has interest in making a donation, we'll, willing to accept that throughout the year, but just being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're trying to promote it and hope everybody comes out and supports that this
Very
year.
good. So now that we're getting into the swing of things, about how many mammograms can you do a day? it's viable for you to do a day. I mean, obviously,
Full schedule, yeah. I could probably do 15.
15 a day.
We're going to push that envelope, though. So what we're doing, and this is, I mean, we're very proud to be doing this, is that for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, for the month of October, we're going to be doing one free mammography or one free mammogram every day for the month of October. So if you want a free mammogram, call Julie, get it scheduled. Now we don't think that's enough, and so we want to do more. And so this is where we're going to push the envelope and see how many we can get in.
Wow,
On
okay.
October 19th, we're doing 25 free mammograms. And
You
so
will be a busy girl
she's
that
going to
day.
be a
I'm going
busy
to be
girl.
busy. That's
And we've
okay,
got,
though.
I think we've got, what, 11 set up so far?
I think I have 11
So we have about
spots
11
filled
set up
far.
so
So
far.
halfway gone.
And what
pretty
we're
much.
doing is we're doing this for women over 40 who are uninsured or financially qualify. So even if you have some insurance, and you can't pay the deductible, or in most insurance it's free anyways, but uninsured and financially qualified women will get free mammograms.
Yes, and you can reach me at 729-5917, extension 2436.
So it's as easy as a phone call.
It's as easy as a phone call.
It's also on your Facebook page.
It's also on our Facebook
Can they
page.
contact you through Facebook, or do they have to call you?
Probably call.
Probably
They need
best
to
if
call.
they
Best to call.
yes.
It's best to call. So.
Okay. All right, just in case.
And if
'Cause
I'm not, if I
I
don't
know
answer,
if you would get busy, when would you be able to go look on the Facebook?
Well, I'm the one that monitors Facebook, so I could tell you.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
I know,
you know how
and I
that
know
goes.
you get busy, and you're not around the computer.
I may
all the
not
time to
get
look
that
on Facebook.
message.
Yeah, well, especially when it gets down to the last 2 or 3, you don't want to be sitting there,
Right.
counting on. Well, I put it on Facebook an hour ago. I'm sure I'm in. Well, don't be.
So we'll be we're giving away over 50 mammograms for free. And
That's
we want to make sure,
fantastic.
and like I said, there's 4,000 women out there in our area that has not received a mammogram. And so, I mean, we can't do 4,000, but if I can do 50 and get a big population, then that's what we want to do.
And men are not immune to breast cancer. It can happen to men as well. So if they go to their doctor and they may need a mammogram as well.
if they're having a problem, if they're feeling something in their chest, that would be the only reason to deem
Right,
for
but
a
a
male.
self-examination
Right.
is not just for women. I
No.
mean, guys, if you feel
Right. If you feel
something,
something,
you
it doesn't
know,
mean that it's not possible.
yeah,
Absolutely. Don't ignore
anybody
it.
is able to get anything, and so it's not just obviously prostate cancer would not be for women, but,
Right.
and
But
the other
men
way
do,
around,
yes.
uterine. But the idea is, you definitely want to take care of your body. You need to take care of your body, and when we're talking here about free mammograms, if that is you, don't say, yeah, I probably need to get one, but don't feel like you're embarrassed to get one. Get one. It's free. Nobody's going to think twice if you go in and get
No,
a free
it's what we do.
mammogram.
We're here to take care of people.
Exactly.
It's not something to be, shameful of. It's
Sure.
We got to take care of ourselves, and that's how we do it with these type of tests.
To raise awareness, I'll do one myself. I'll do a mammogram. I don't. Whatever I got to do to get these people to come in. So,
Right.
we're just here really, in the hospital, our mission is every patient, every encounter, every time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here for the Salem community. We're here for Denton County. We're here for our hospital district.
Right.
And we're here for the community. We want to save lives. And this is a new service line that can save lives. Absolutely. And so we want everyone, this is your hospital. Come in, use your services. And so, the key to this is early detection, and without the mammogram that we have now, or the mammography unit that we have now, we were doing a very, very small percentage, and so now we
15
have
a month.
we
That's
have the
not
ability
much.
to capture those 4,000
Right.
and to really absolutely save some lives out there.
We don't want to get half. We want to get all.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody out there needs a mammogram, please contact the hospital.
And it's important for women to remember, okay, great, you come this year and get your screening, but you need to come back each year. That's the important part. You have to be able to compare them annually to find those small changes. So that's that's important to remember as well.
Okay, Julie, let's talk a little bit about some people who have gotten their mammograms elsewhere, because obviously with the mobile unit, they're here one day. a month, and that was not conducive to a lot of people getting their mammograms done. So they've had them maybe done elsewhere at other locations, and they say, I already get it done somewhere else. That's not a big deal. You can get those records pulled here, right?
Yes, they just have to sign a release when you come in that day for your mammogram. I just have you sign it, and I take care of everything for you. I request them, they send them to me, and then I send them off to the radiologist to be read. It's really not an issue at all. And even if your physician isn't located in Salem, that's not a problem. We still send the results off to your physician.
Very good. So don't feel like, well, I've gotten mine done in St. Louis or Springfield or Columbia or Raleigh or wherever else. It doesn't matter. You have one right here, a lot closer to home.
Right.
That's top of the line, one of the best of the
technology.
best.
Absolutely.
And why go somewhere else where their machine might be 5 years old? Ours is brand new. With the latest technology. So why not do it locally? Keep your time to yourself. I don't know about you guys, but
time is precious.
to go 2 hours to a location, sit and wait, and then drive 2 hours back, that's a waste of day. It really is. Well, yeah, you did something beneficial for yourself, but you really can't do much else. If you have to be there at 11 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at noon, you get back, it's already 4 o'clock.
And
in the
really,
afternoon.
it doesn't take very long to do it. The actual exam takes about 10 minutes, so it goes pretty quickly. I try to get you in and out as quickly as I can. I have early morning appointments available. I get there early, so a lot of women like to do it before they go to work.
Before you go to work,
So that works out pretty well.
Very good. I really appreciate all you've done. One of the things, though, that I wanted to get done, because we had the grand opening of the mammography unit at the hospital, there were some thank yous that Casey gave out. And Chris, I don't remember, you were part of that, but it wasn't just a machine and the donation by the D. You know their name.
D. Domenico.
There you go. I haven't said it as much as you, so I know you know it. But also the maintenance staff at the hospital, radiology, everybody involved. There's a number of people that are involved in this that really makes this all possible. We want to thank all of them too, because this is a team effort, right?
It is, and Todd Workman, our director of facilities, he wanted to kill me a couple of times because I'm like, hey, we got to get this done. He's like, you're killing me here. And we had the HVAC put in, and it's one of the big reasons that we were able to get this, and I really do want to make sure that they're recognized as Hologics. That machine is it's a $500,000 machine, and we got it for significantly less because it was they knew it was going to be a donation, and they wanted to make sure that we got the machine, and they wanted to help save lives in this area. So Hologics worked with us and got us to a price to where it made it reasonable for us to get that machine. So
yeah, and when a manufacturer will work with you like that, you do need to tip your cap to them, because it's all about the patients. At that stage, it's not about the money; it's about the patients. And there's other manufacturers that would not do that.
And that is correct. We
Right.
received several bids, and they were the ones that were like, to get this machine, if this is what you got to do, then this is what we got to do. So
Very good. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a whole month of October. You guys are doing a tremendous job of making the people aware of this. But you guys got a lot of different things going on this month. If you go out to the hospital, you're going to see a lot of pink shirts. Okay. I can tell you because I was there, and I saw a lot of pink shirts. So you're going to see a lot of that. Also, though, if anybody has any questions about mammograms, about scheduling, get in touch with Julie. She can give you, and if you have any doubts, she can put your mind at ease. It's
Yes.
Don't have doubts, because this is only for your benefit.
Even if you have, concerns, if you wanted to just come out and look at it, see how the process works, I can show it to you, explain everything to you. So
Or maybe somebody had a bad experience with
Right.
a mammogram before.
I hear that a lot.
I know some women that I have talked to, they really hated going because it hurt. This is very pressure sensitive, isn't it?
the technology has come a long ways, from those old style mammograms that women call the smashogram. But they've improved a lot. The digital technology, the 3D, all of that. I'm not gonna lie, we still use compression,
We
but
have to.
but it's not like it used to be, and we get so much better detail with the newer technology. So I've had mine, didn't bother me a bit, and I would say 95% of the women that I do don't have a complaint.
So if you have had an issue and you're not quite sure, they should contact you and talk to you about it. Because maybe it wasn't done properly either.
Yeah,
you know.
positioning has a lot to do with that.
So
And not to mention the machine is designed to give the least amount of radiation possible. So this new technology gives less radiation than what the older technology did as well.
with a lot better results.
With a lot better results.
It's
A
pretty
lot
amazing.
more images.
It's pretty amazing. So if you haven't scheduled your appointment yet, schedule your appointment. If you would like to get on the free ones, you've got 14 left on the 19th. I believe you had 11 scheduled, right?
Yes.
So you still have 14 free ones that day.
Just that day.
If you qualify, you can get that free one. And again, if you're uninsured, or you financially qualify, you can get that free. And you're over 40, right? Have I got all the caveats there I have to get in? Make sure you call because it's free, absolutely free.
And one every day in
and
October.
one every day. Are you picking somebody every day to give a free one to, or
We'll
is it
schedule them out. We'll be able
We'll
to
just
schedule.
work with
We'll
what
work with
they're
them.
available to do.
Okay, very good. So give the hospital a call. Julie, why don't you give that number again and your extension, if you would?
729-5917, extension 2436.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You guys have, like I mentioned, a lot of different things going on right now during this month. The pink outs, different things. Support your community. Support the women in their battle. And as you were mentioning, Chris, before we get to that football game, a lot of the survivors of breast cancer will be there. You can't tell me, and even with the softball game, during those tributes that they had that those girls did, for some of them it had beat breast cancer, but some people hadn't.
And we want to recognize people. So if you're a breast cancer survivor, get a hold of Julie so we can get you out there and make sure that you're recognized for your courage of that what you've went through, and to bring awareness so that other women can step forward and do the right thing and save lives.
Yeah. Well, the reason this all came about, and maybe we need to go back to that, is because Julie Mosier's mother was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Right.
And was able to survive that, and because of this technology, and felt that there was a need for this to be done, and they were gracious enough to bring that need to Salem Hospital. That's a pretty overwhelming contribution that they have made to make more people healthy, especially in an area that is in dire need of one. It's fantastic. So I guess I said it well enough. You didn't say anything, which if I can keep you quiet, I must have said it just right. Anyway, but nonetheless, again, great stuff going on at the hospital. T-shirts, get a hold of Julie. That order is going to be put in tomorrow at 1. Is that what you said?
Yes,
Okay,
1.
so get a hold of her, or just call the hospital if you happen to be with a patient. You can leave it with administration,
or just leave a message with Julie.
Yeah,
Yes.
Her
Or just
voicemail.
leave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
And she'll get back to you. And again, we want to thank you, Julie, for
Thank
coming
you.
to Salem and helping out with this very important part, the new part of our hospital, that we're able to offer these services, which in the past obviously was a mobile mammography unit through MOBAB. And again, as Casey did mention, we'll still be using MOBAB for some of the advanced services that are needed, which is great. Good to see that. I remember the mobile mammography unit coming. Sometimes when the weather got bad, couldn't make it. Sometimes
mechanical issues,
sometimes
truck would
mechanical, I
break
was going
down.
to say mechanical issues, and sometimes they couldn't make it.
There was a
so.
point there where they had issues and weather. It was almost 6 months before they got here.
Yeah, and that's just way too long. So we need that machine here working, and we have it. So here we go. Let's take off and let's make Breast Cancer Awareness Month a huge month for the mammography unit. If you need one, call. Get it scheduled. One more time.
Okay. 729-5917, extension 2436.
Chris Strickland, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having me.
that. Julie Malone, thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you, Stan.
And I know you were busy this morning, and Chris was going to pinch hit for you, but he likes to share the spotlight, so it's good stuff.
He did well.
Anyway, we appreciate everybody from the Salem Memorial District Hospital, our spotlight on Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our mammography unit. And again, thanks to you guys for coming in.